Hello there, everybody, and welcome back to Red and Gold Politics. So today we're gonna be, or I'm gonna be discussing the Blue Wall of Alabama. It's kind of it's a pretty big anomaly in the political world. You have a very red state like Alabama, went to Trump by 25, 26 points, and you have this little sliver of land that's almost perfect in terms of when you look at the margins as well. That goes overwhelmingly Democratic every time. So, this is gonna be a video kind of explaining why that is. The blue wall of Alabama, obviously, as you can see, it is it's a blue wall, pretty much straight through. It slices through the southern middle of the state. It extends about a county into Mississippi and about two into Georgia, but it's much more identifiable in Alabama. And I was kind of wondering, why? What's the reasoning behind it? Why is there just a sliver of land that votes Democratic when their neighbors to the north and south vote Republican? And they're pretty much the same margins. Trump wins the counties north and south by about 70%, while the people in these counties vote Democratic by about 70% as well. So I was wondering, is it suburban? Is it demographic, religion? What's the difference? Why are they different than their neighbors? And the answer is this is part of the Black Belt, which is a stretch of land in Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia that had very fertile soil. A lot of cotton farming was done there with the slaves in the 1800s. It had very fertile soil. When you think of a plantation, back a long time ago, most likely the cotton plantations were in the Black Belt because of the soil. And when you look at the map of what the Black Belt is considered, alongside a map of the state of Alabama, election results, they're pretty much the exact same. I mean, there's one county that is heavy red, but everything else is blue, light red. So it makes a lot of sense when you really think about it. The people in this area tend to be more African American. So they vote a little more liberal, Democratic than their conservative friends over north and south. But I think it's interesting that if you look at the geography of it, the blue belt in Alabama is pretty much the Black Belt in Alabama is pretty much the exact same as this blue strip of land cutting through the state. And the reason for that is demographics. Obviously, African Americans tend to vote far more for the Democrats than the Republicans, and the Black Belt and the Blue Wall in Alabama has 69.4% of the people living there are African American, 29% are white, 0.3 are Native American, and 0.17 are other, mostly Hispanics and Asians. So that's pretty much the demographics of it. A lot of the slaves who were freed just kind of settled there. They farmed there, and that was their home, and they still live there, and they vote Democratic. And so when we look at the electoral impacts, what are they? And there's really none. I mean, even if these people were to vote even heavier Democratic, the state would still be safe Republican. This is just kind of a weird anomaly in a very red state that I want to make a video on. But still, Alabama's going to be R26. The Republicans are going to win Alabama easily, even with these people turning out and voting, even if they vote in heavier margins. So this is kind of a interesting video. I just thought it'd be cool to make. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video.